Yeah, man, forget it. I got tired of waiting. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the Wake and Bake Show, your daily interactive news, sports, philosophy, vocabulary, motivational gaming show, and I'm your host, the Fancy Clown. Happy Tuesday. What the deal, yo? I got tired of waiting. I really did. So, let's get into the song. This song's featuring my nephew. 3D print me a girlfriend. If I could, I would pay $1 million for a girlfriend. Buy a life while experiences built in. Praying for a car and a career with no ceilings. I want to get through my day with no feelings. Cold, arch nemesis. No, I just started recording. So I can focus on these killings. Been a long, long time since I tried to break some. Been a long, long time since I tried to break some. Got caught trying to make some. Too many people trying to take some. From somebody less fortunate. Rage quitting on relationships. Everybody that I came up with, but I take the blame for it. Cause I'm supposed to say the same shit. It's been a long, long time. I'm not afraid to walk alone. I'm not afraid to walk alone. Been a long time since trying to break some rage. What up, Lindsay Pop? What up, Lindsay Pop? Good morning, brother. How you doing, man? What up, Ish? I was hoping to hear my young boy voice again. What up, y'all? How y'all doing, man? Good to see y'all here. Let's get it moving right along. So the word of the day today, if you read the top of the episode, it is kitsch. Not to be confused with kith, which I've done before. Kith was like friends. Like kin is family, kin to you. Kith is friends. Kitsch, today, kitsch, that's something totally different. Not even in the same vein.
Kitsch.
Kitsch. So I actually used to hate this word. I thought it was a little too kitschy. I didn't like it because of how kitschy it was. So I never used it. I stayed away from using it. It was too popular. All right, here you go. Something, it's a synonym. So it's a descriptive, well, let's say this. I'm sorry. I messed that up. I meant to say it's an adjective, but I was completely wrong. It's a noun, right? So it's funny because this sounds like an adjective. It's a descriptive term, but it's a noun. I'm I don't know. I'm confused by it as well. Something that appeals to popular or lowbrow taste and is often poor quality. Kitsch. A tacky or lowbrow quality or condition. Kitsch. Yeah, that joint is kitsch. That's so kitsch. Yeah, there you go. Teetering on the brink of kitsch. All right, I like that. Kitschy.
Kitschy.
Yeah, and then kitschy is the adjective form of it. Let's see if they got something to add, some color. See, okay, as in cheese. So maybe that's where it came from. Let's see. And when I scroll down, they might tell me a story about it. Something that is of low quality, but that many people find amusing and enjoyable. I'm sorry, I forgot to say, get your coffees ready. I hope you got your coffee. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have my water today. And if you're smoking, get your smokes. I have to do that. I have to do that for trigger purposes. Um, it's like I read in a book that like if you associate yourself or your brand with a established thing, product, um, time of the day, an established emotion or feeling, then you can kind of grab onto that and trigger people when possible. So I say coffee a lot at the beginning of every episode so that if you guys look at some coffee throughout your day, you might think of me. Isn't that funny? What up, Azor? You in Denver yet, dog? You in Denver? I saw like a word scattered, and the word was like um verdant, right? It was verdant, but it was spread up, and I was like, is that Denver? You in Denver, dog? What up? Um, so did I do that? No, they didn't have a story for me. I felt the restaurant is decorated with 1950s furniture and kitsch from old TV shows. Yeah, I thought they would have like a historical little story or something here for me, but it seems like they don't. Let me go to the dictionary part. I don't know why I'm on a thesaurus. Okay, yeah, they do. Nice. Kitsch is an early 20th century borrowing from German. Could have guessed that. And it refers to things in the realm of popular culture that are tacky, like car mirror dice, plastic flamingos, and dashboard hula dancers. Okay, cool. I'll take that. Not very much more into that. All right, let's see. So I said I had good news for y'all, and I really meant it. I really meant it. But before I get into that, I want to say this. This was about yesterday. Remember I was telling y'all about the 6-year-old? What up, Ish? That's true. Anytime I see or think of a mint color, I always think of Toby and Gugu. Yeah, he branded himself. That's what branding is. It's like branding. Um, so yesterday I was talking about this teacher who got shot by the 6-year-old, right? And it was a bunch of different issues around that whole thing that I could have floated around, but I didn't really want to go to the obvious stuff. So what I did was I was like, I don't really like the idea of her suing the school system for $40 million because she got shot. And I mean, Lindsay Pop was here and Practice Need was here yesterday, and they brought up good points, basically saying that this case is spreading awareness, right? Because the problem is that she couldn't collect workman's compensation because of the situation. Well, no, it's not that she couldn't. What it was they were suggesting that she get workman's comp and just be happy with that. But she was saying, and her lawyer was saying that workman's comp is for things that are work related, like hazards. But getting shot is not a work related hazard. That's not something you should be having to prepare yourself for as a teacher. So that's the case that they're going on, and so they decided that okay, that sounds pretty reasonable. So you can go ahead and fight that in court, or try to prove that in court. So and so some people were saying maybe it'll raise war awareness and allow the school system to make the necessary steps. Not allow, force the school system to make the necessary steps to avoid this in the future. Um, while also, you know, raising awareness for other people who might be in a similar situation or might end up in a similar situation in the future. I was like, all right, that's cool, that's reasonable. But I'm gonna tell you, I still don't like it. I still don't like it. I was thinking about it a little bit more, and it came down to this is the public school district. So because of that, the public school district is publicly funded. So she's suing us. I mean, I don't live in where is this, Virginia? Yeah, I don't live in Virginia, so she's not suing me because it's on a local level, but she's suing the honorable residents of Virginia, Newport News. You know what I mean? She's suing the citizens of Newport News, and I don't know if I like that because ultimately, it's not like that's going to make the school system better. I don't think that's going to make the school system better. I think that's just going to make things worse. Um, Especially in immediate, like maybe in the long term, it might serve to open some eyes and make some moves. But immediately, like, I think not having the money in the school system is what allow you to get shot in the first place. But like I said, I don't really like it. I figured I'd just touch on that from yesterday. Um, all right, let's see what we got going on here. Everybody's arguing about airplanes right now, whether you should put your seat back or not, but I don't really care about that. A Santa Monica College play depicting a love story between a slave owner and a slave became a lightning rod of controversy. This was a story that was talking to me, says the playwright, who says his work generated attention because it was by a white writer. Unfortunately, I tried to read this article on the LA Times, and I'm not a subscriber, so they're not gonna let me read that, John. The new play. Yep. See, there you go. But someone was able to, in the comments, give me a nice little quote here. Oh, and I liked it too. After complaints from students and faculty that the play inappropriately romanticizes the era of slavery, growing murmurs of protests at performances, and an anonymous vote by student participants in the production by the River Ravana was canceled. All right, y'all been pretty quiet so far. Any thoughts? Any thoughts so far? Now, with this thing, this is funny because to me, I feel like, how is this not rape? Like, how is this not depicting rape, right? Because isn't it supposed to be what is it? Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Consent, right? Isn't everything supposed to be based on consent? Isn't that everything supposed to be based on consent? And how is a slave supposed to consent? Like, how are you supposed to consensually do anything as a slave? The crazy part is they had black kids acting in this joint. I mean, that's not just the only crazy part, but I mean, I don't want to get too overly emotional or like reactionary to it because it obviously did get canceled and it didn't work. But homie was trying to make it work, and you know, homie was white, right? You know, homie, the dude who wrote it was a white dude, right? So I don't know, man. It's just, ooh. But I think that's obvious, though, right? That's an obvious point. That's rape, right? Like slave master, slave relationship. It's not consensual. It can't be consensual. What up, Cyrene? Welcome. Welcome. Good to see you, bud. I'm glad you just popped in because I was just about to get over to this other beautiful thing here. People's reactions. All right. So this next one's gonna take a while, guys. So if y'all got anything to say about any of that other stuff, y'all feel free. But this was the good news. This is the good news. It's not the gospel. Not quite. All right. Get out of the picture. Close the picture. What are we doing? Sorry, guys. I lost control. Banged out. It's not just me, guys. Don't judge me. I share this account. All right. Okay, here we go. So, Grok is taking over the world. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what Grok is, but I know that I did Grok for one of my words of the day a couple of weeks ago. You can check that episode out on YouTube at a Fancy Clown. Here's 12 things that will blow your mind. OpenAI just dropped some big updates, guys. And I don't know. Let's see. I'll give you a little intro, a little forced intro. So, I've been using AI so far to come up with topics for my podcast, come up with topics for this show, come up with a format for this show, come up with a business plan for my podcast, come up with a business plan for a community center that I want to create. I've used it to write songs. I've also used Midjourney AI to create all types of artwork, logos for this, logos for that, logos for homies. What else have I done with AI? I've went to AI and asked it for therapy. I was like, "Yo, AI, I'm not happy." And it was just talking to me. We had a conversation about it. It suggested things that I could do. One of the best suggestions that it made was to go take a walk, get some sun, enjoy nature. I did it. I actually did that shit. What up, planet? Good to see you, brother. So, yeah, I've used AI in various capacities now, and I'm trying to force myself to. I'm actually practicing it because I think that I think that it's the future. It's a wave, and if you're not gonna learn how to ride the wave, then you're gonna end up getting drowned by the wave. That's how I feel. That's simply how I feel. So, anyways, um, they just dropped an update last night, and this gentleman was nice enough and kind enough to go ahead and outline each of them. So, here we go. One thing you can do on ChatGPT now is landing page optimization. So here's a demo of the GPT-4 Vision API that I built in Bubble in 30 minutes. It takes a URL, converts it to an image, and sends it through the Vision API and respond with a custom landing page optimization suggestions. So you literally fucking put a URL in. You put a URL in, and it'll create a whole landing page for you. That's dope. That saves you hours, days of work. Literally. Okay, number 2. Create personalized dashboards from CSV logs. Now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't that smart. If somebody in the chat will feel free to explain this to me if they understand it, then I'd love an explanation. Ooh. Okay. Why build a dashboard when you can just have your app save a CSV file for everything that happens throughout the day and then have GPT-4 build a custom dashboard for you based on what you're curious about every night? Oh shit. I think I get it now. So, okay. So basically what's going on there is you're getting the AI to build a file that captures all of your actions throughout the day. And then at night, you can figure out what type of hypothesis or questions you can ask. Not conclusions, but you can try to find more conclusions based on your activities throughout the entire day. Now, some people would say that this could be scary. Some people would say that I don't necessarily want all of my activities throughout the entire day charted, but some people need to stop bitching. Anyway, here's another GPT 4V plus TT text to speech AI sports narrator. Passed every frame of a football video to GPT 4 vision preview and with some simple prompting asked to generate a narration. So this is all AI narrated.
Ball, like a magician on the field, dodging 1, 2, 3, unstoppable. Look at him go. The crowd is roaring. Can you believe this? He's taken on the whole defense. He's a one-man show, ladies and gentlemen. He shoots. Goal! Messi, Messi, Messi!
Yeah. That was like the first try too, boy said. Let me see. No edits. This is as it came out from the model. So you realize what's special about this? Yeah, that is Google. What's special about it is you're showing it a video and it's telling you what it's seeing. But it's not only just telling you what it's seeing like in a real bland language, it's expressing it in the way that you think it needs to be expressed. It's formatted in the way that you're asking it to format. That's amazing. That is pretty amazing. All right, let's go out of here. Anybody scared yet? Chat with the webcam using OpenAI Vision API. Okay, so what this gentleman is doing here is he has the AI looking at his camera. It's looking at him and it's looking at his camera. It says, please enter your prompt. Type quit to exit. It says, he asked, what do you see? It said, you shared an image of a person sitting in front of an interior wall. The person appears to be a young adult male with short hair looking directly at the camera. He is wearing a dark colored shirt. The wall behind him has a textured surface at the bottom of the smooth surface above, separated by a white horizontal trim baseboard. The smooth upper portion of the wall has a warm light brown color, possibly painted or wallpapered. The lighting in the room casts soft shadows and the photo's focus is centered on the person, giving the background a slightly blurred effect. Please enter your prompt or type quit to exit. What am I holding? You are holding a pair of sunglasses. Was that the whole Joe? I think it was. I think it cycled through. Yeah. So there you go. That. Okay. Now, if you could think of some applications for that, I don't know yet. I haven't quite thought of them. I actually just saw this before I got on here. And was in the middle of checking it out. I didn't even make it past this one. I saw this one. I was like, optimizing your algorithm while expanding one's research based on potential prompts. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. Based on your actions, based on your everyday actions. So, with that said, you literally don't have to make the effort of going and making prompts because whatever you're doing as your job is automatically creating the prompts. That's fire. Not scared, but we've seen this before. Read about I have no mouth, but I must scream. Read about that? I will. I'm gonna look it up right now. If I had my headphones next to me, I would just talk into this. I have no mouth. But I have no mouth, so I must scream. Should I just click the wiki, dog? Background. Why didn't I let me scroll down the page? Oh, okay. Screen. Study guide. Yeah, I'm gonna just click the wiki. It's a post-apocalyptic science fiction short story by American writer Harlan Ellison. It was first published in March 1967. Some shit. Ellison showed the first 6 pages of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream to Frederick Pohl, whatever. Plot. In a dystopian future, the Cold War has degenerated into a brutal world war between the United States and the Soviet Union and China, who have each built an Allied master computer, or AM, to manage their weapons and troops. One of the AMs eventually acquires self-awareness, and after assimilating to the other 2 AMs, takes control of the conflict, giving way to a vast genocide operation that almost completely ends mankind. 109 years later, 4 men and 1 woman live in an endless underground complex created by AM, one of the only habitable places left on Earth. AM provides sustenance to keep them alive, but derives its only semblance of pleasure from torturing them. That was like Saw, but on an AI level. To prevent the humans from escaping its torment, AM has rendered them virtually immortal and unable to end their own lives. This is crazy, dog. It's horrifying, bro. Let's go back to the good stuff about the computers. Okay. Number 5, AI Assistant Travel App. The AI Assistant Travel app today has got to be one of the most impressive live demos I've ever seen. What are we talking about here? Oh, he's
inside
talking.
the app. All right. If I say, hey, let's go to Paris. All right. That's it. With just a few lines of code, users can now have a very specialized assistant right inside the app. And I'd like to highlight one of my favorite features here, function calling. If you have not used it yet, function calling is really powerful. And as Sam mentioned, we're taking it a step further today. It now guarantees the JSON output with no edit latency.
You're right, Planet.
And you can invoke multiple functions at once for the first time.
I'm not
So
impressed
here,
yet.
if I carry on and say, hey, what are the top 10 things to do?
I'm not
I'm going to
impressed
have the
yet.
assistant respond to that again.
I'm not impressed yet.
And here, what's interesting is that the assistant knows about functions, including those to annotate the map that you see on the right. And so now all of these pins are dropping in real time here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And that integration allows our
textures.
natural language interface to interact fluidly with components and features of our app. And it truly showcases now the harmony you can build between AI and UI, where the assistant is actually taking action. But next, let's talk about retrieval. And retrieval is about giving our assistant more knowledge beyond these immediate user messages. In fact, I got inspired and I already booked my tickets to Paris. So I'm just going to drag and drop here this PDF. While it's uploading, I can just sneak peek at it. Very typical United flight ticket. And behind the scene here, what's happening is that retrieval is reading these files, and boom, the information about this PDF appeared on the screen.
Let him talk. Stop talking. I mean, it appeared on the screen, yeah, but what is it gonna do with it? Like, how is it gonna use it to make your trip better? I don't know. They ain't do much for me, y'all. I ain't really see it there. Oh, it looked like I'm freezing. Oh, uh-oh. I think I gotta charge up. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry about that. Number 6, GPT-4 Turbo. The GPT-4 Turbo is here, and oh my, it's fast. Here I am using my text improvement prompt on some parts of the OpenAI announcement. Text improvement. See, I feel stupid right now. I ain't gonna lie, because I don't even understand what I'm looking at. This draft is more concise, and the enhancements of GPT-4 Turbo are emphasized with more fluid language. The cost reduction is clearly stated, providing straightforward information for readers. However, the sentence introducing the context window might still be a bit cumbersome. Shortening and simplifying language here could further improve readability. Oh, this Jones, wow. This Jones, wow. Huh. My first version of GPT-4 was released in March and made available to developers in July. A preview of a more advanced version called GPT-4 Turbo is being launched. GPT-4 Turbo is more capable, has updated knowledge of April 2023 and a larger context window of 128K, fitting 300 plus pages of text at once. The performance is optimized, resulting in a cost reduction for input and output tokens by 3x and 2x respectively, compared to GPT-4. In March, we introduced the initial version of GPT-4, which became widely available for developers. Okay, I see that. The draft clearly presents the timeline. Okay, this is a reflection. All right, so the GPT is actually reviewing the prompt itself now. The draft we initially, and now it's changing it. I'm not reading it to see in what way it's changing it, but it's definitely making it more textable. It's making it more readable rather than like bullet points or whatever. All right, cool. It's more capable. I'm sorry, I don't see that. I don't really get it as much as I wish I did get it. Thanks for the info. Could you tell me what page it is that look far better than the regular chat window? It's the playground. Can you share your text improvement prompt? I'm seeing speed in the playground, but not when calling it via API MI code. Huh. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm lost on that one. I mean, I somewhat get it. Like I see that it's editing really fast, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research on that one on my own. Okay. Now, number 7, developers' essential feature, copyright shield. What you talking about, boy?
And pay the cost. So we're introducing Copyright Shield. Copyright Shield means that we will step in and defend our customers and pay the costs incurred if you face legal claims around copyright infringement. And this applies both to ChatGPT Enterprise and the API.
Y'all see that? Y'all hearing?
And let me be clear, this is a good time to remind people, we do not train on data from the API or ChatGPT
Do
Enterprise.
you hear him?
All right. So we're introducing Copyright Shield. Copyright Shield means that we will step in and defend our customers and pay the costs incurred if you face legal claims around copyright infringement. And this applies both to ChatGPT Enterprise and the API.
I mean, that is a glowing endorsement to buy that product. I'm just saying. Any of y'all who was worried about any legal issues, there you go. No more of that. Official OpenAI example, different tone than Grok. GPTs are a new way for anyone to create a tailored version of ChatGPT to be more helpful in their daily life. At At specific tasks at work or at home, and then share that creation with others. No code required. Okay, so I guess you can make your own bot. Let's see what this video is talking about. How can I help you today? Puppy hotline. Yeah, I've been doing this. I've created my own prompts for different shit that I do in my life. Yo, that was a great commercial. That was a great commercial. They did the whole thing where they like made you be emotionally attached to the program itself, and they gave the program personality, and then they mixed little puppy dogs with it. Yeah, they knew what they was doing there. But yeah, I've been doing that for a while now. Like the way my chat GPT is set up is like I got one for the podcast, and like we have a continuous conversation going about whatever I'm doing with the podcast. Then I got another chat GPT about this show, continuous conversation about this show. What I'm, whatever. I'll come on one day and be like, about this show. I'll come on one day and be like, I don't know what to do today, whatever. But I see that. I don't see how that's an improvement, but whatever. Paper implementation with Chat GPT. Time to go implement some papers. What? All right, you got a PDF. You put a PDF in the joint. It's reacting to the PDF. Paper title, Robust Speech Recognition via Large-Scale Weak Supervision. Presents research on the capabilities of speech processing. So it's summarizing that paper. Cool. And then you say implement. What encoder and decoder does Whisper use? The Whisper model uses an encoder consisting of whatever. Code me a GELU activation function in Python. Okay, it'll write your code for you. Damn. Okay. Cool. I don't write code anymore. Yay. Analyzes the screenshot and roasts it. Get out of my face. They've been
Never
doing that
know
on
which
Twitter
bundle
for a
of
minute.
joy you're getting. Will it be a component?
They've been doing this on Twitter for a while now.
The React website, where every load feels like Christmas morning because you never know which bundle of joy you're getting. Will it be a components list or a surprise deprecation? Is it just me, or does this site whisper, look how minimalist I can be, while drowning you in JSX? React decides to show off code snippets like a peacock flaunts feathers. They're so pretty, but still leave you wondering, what do I actually do with this? The Go Full Stack with a Framework section, because why would anyone want to master just one overly complex system when you can be confused at every level of the stack? And let's not forget the join a community of millions part. Translation, join millions of other developers also wondering why their app just broke after the latest minor update. But truly, React is the spark that lights up the JavaScript world, a spark that can start a delightful fire of creativity or just as easily burn down your entire weekend because, you've misspelled component did mount for the 27th time.
Bro. Bro. What the heck? Analyzes a screenshot and roasts it.
Ah, the React website, where every
Wow. It just roasted the website. I built a roast my website using newly announced OpenAI APIs. So this is an example of how you could use the analyze screenshot roasted. Well, this is stupid. Hey y'all kind of quiet. Y'all still here? Am I losing you? I thought this list was gonna be 7. GPT-4, combination of all models. No more prompt length restrictions. Oh, that's a thing.
Let's break it down. This video is how to write, and it has 8 million views. With one click, I can download the transcript, I can go back to ChatGPT, I can pull up the text file, and the text file is just a giant wall of text. You see this? This is an hour and 20 minutes of a lecture. And we're gonna hit Control A, Control C, copy everything, go back to ChatGPT, and we are going to type summarize every section of this video, break down every important point, place that entire transcript in here and press enter. Now let's see how this bad boy does. So here is critique of traditional writing, challenges faced by expert writers, interference in reader comprehension, and it's basically going through every single part of the video, creating value in writing, differences in academic writing, and standardized testing. Now every piece of text that you own now has so much more value with this ChatGPT. And this doesn't even include the feature of creating GPTs where you can create a chatbot on hundreds of these documents right here. Then you can ask it to expand on any part, right? So effective problem construction, we're going to copy this right here. And please expand on this part based on the text I provided earlier. And we're going to hit enter. And this is very, very just great information for writing scripts, for any form of social media, or for any storytelling in any manner. And so I will definitely be using this just to up my skills, and I just think it is the biggest opportunity right now. Create a GPT is in beta, and it is coming soon, as you can see right there. But you will be able to create these and release these with all natural language. You will not...
Now keep in mind that they just said that they are going to copyright, or they're going to protect you from any copyright infringement problems that come against you if you subscribe to their service. So you can literally adapt any information and readapt any information and break anything down, like anything at all. Like, you know how many how-to videos I done watched in my life where I have written notes and actually outlined it myself? Crazy time-saving tool, man. Crazy. I just recently used GPT to make contracts for me. Yeah, it will draft you some contracts. I need to add a few amendments, but it's pretty sound. Oh, it's very sound. And make sure you let it know what state you're in. And, all the laws and local laws that apply will have to be applied to it. City and state or whatever. I'll need some legal oversight, but it's so useful, man. Yeah, exactly. Like, you definitely have to have somebody who knows how to read contracts, read that John for you, but that's a lesser fee than writing it for you, is it not?
Need to know how to code, and it's basically, think about all the people you've met in your life who've said, oh, I want to start an app, but have no fucking idea nor the resources to actually start the app. Like the percentage of people who say they're going to create an app and the people who actually create an app is like 0.001%. And
imagine
now it's
just
going to go
asking
up drastically
ChatGPT. Like, imagine if you say, I want an app to keep up with all 4 Philly sports team scores, highlights, and announcements based off of aggregating 6 or 7 different outlets. And then I can have my Philly sports app. And then I could just go ask GPT to code that John for me. Then I could take that code, go to a developer, and be like, bam, drop a little bit of dollars on it, and now I have actually written and created this app. It drops on the App Store, you download it, pay $1, pay me. Come on, man. This is crazy right now. Bottom of what script?
Because you don't even need to know how to code. You just need to know how to talk to an AI chatbot, and it will teach you how to create the exact type of user interface that you want to see and what types of inputs that you'll need. And here you see data analysis, ChatGPT Classic, Game Time, The Negotiator, Creative Writing Coach, Cosmic Dream. Absolutely epic. And as soon as I can create a GPT, I have so many interesting videos and ideas planned. So make sure to follow for that.
Yeah. Today, OpenAI announced they are releasing the ChatGPT Store, an app store for ChatGPT. What? What? Numbers of apps launched on Shopify App Store over the years. Between 2020, shoot, I opened a Shopify on 2020. I ain't finna lie. Everybody did. Alright, cool. I see that. So OpenAI announced that they're releasing a ChatGPT store. So they competing with Shopify now. That's dope. They gonna win. That's it. If you enjoyed this thread, like, retweet. Yeah, I bookmarked
The
it.
new
All right. So that was a lot. I'm sorry. I didn't know that was going to take so long. But what it comes down to is if you are in any way alive and somewhat technically savvy, then your job just got a whole lot easier. If you deal with money, if you deal with words, which is almost everyone, your job just got a whole lot easier. If you have a phone or a computer, this is available to you. I don't know if I have told people, but ChatGPT is free. There's just a limit to how many people use it. If you subscribe to it, then you get in line first. But if you're not a subscriber, then you typically have to wait. I was a person who woke up at 9 a.m. and used GPT every day, so I had to learn how to use it without waiting and paying. So what I did was I went and downloaded the Bing app, and the Bing app actually has had GPT-4 on it for a while now. So I've been using GPT-4 since, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. But on the Bing app, this is also the Bing app. Matter of fact, here, look, this is the Bing app. Bam, GPT-4. Chat, compose, insights. Choose a conversation style. Ask me anything. Yeah, I remember I was trying to get it to make racist jokes one day. I had trouble, but I did get it to make jokes about white people. Apparently, they're not protected. But everybody else can't get no black or Jewish jokes out of this, John. Anyways, let's see. I think that might be... I know I don't have any controversy that I want to touch on for today. So we might be able to get on to the quote. Okay, one thing I do want to mention. So apparently all these pictures of babies being blown up in Israel is making people angry. So the government has realized that American support is being withdrawn from that whole war situation. So that's being reported on every outlet today. Everyone is saying pretty much, oh, we don't want to see this anymore. What are we doing this for? And all of that. So I guess we're going to see a new chapter. I'm not going to say it's going to be good or bad, but I guess we're going to see a new chapter with all of that stuff coming real soon. All right, let's see what y'all got. What's crazier is it's such good stuff, but we're moving so fast in today's times that not many are going to catch it. That's the crazy part, right? You make a great point. I'm going to read the rest of these and then I'm going to respond to that. At the bottom of the script for contract. Oh, it mentions seek legal advice regarding your state, nature of business. Yes. Yes, when prompting, I said chinky eyes, and it wouldn't do it. Laughed my ass off, woke AI. That's not self-realizing at all. So, all right. You said that it's moving so quickly that it's hard for us to like. I was thinking it's moving so fast that there's like an update, like before I could even learn how to use all the other updates, right? And that's just applicable information to me, like, right? That's just cool. I accept that. Now, what that could imply also is that it's going to continue to move on such a scale, and we're going to continue to stay behind it. And as you know, if somebody runs at 10 miles per hour and somebody runs at 5, and they're going the same direction and they start in the same place, they're going to eventually get further and further and further and further away from each other. And I don't think that gap is going to get closed. So I don't want to be peddling doom and all that, but I will say that this is an obvious example that you pointed out, Ish, of all of this stuff is getting out of hand. Like it's going to get a little further than people are going to be able to keep up with. That's all. It's going to get further than people are going to keep up with. I don't know if that means they're going to shoot us and lock us down and have us in some Saw type scenario planet. But I do think that, we're going to have some negative ramifications that end up coming out of it. Who knows? We'll see. It's fun and games until then, though, right? Anyways, let's get into this quote. I wanted to go with an actor. I wanted to go with an actor. So last time I went with a writer. I went with a writer because he's a writer, right? So then I was like, who else be saying cool stuff? Scientists say cool stuff. Mathematicians rarely say cool stuff. Musicians say cool stuff. I went with sports people before. And then I thought of acting. Actors who say cool stuff. So yeah, I went with an actor. Jim Carrey was actually the first dude I thought of. I thought of Johnny Depp too, but Jim Carrey seemed like he would have some more substantial things to say. Let's see. Start at the top. Behind every great man is a woman rolling her eyes. If you aren't in the moment, you're either looking forward to uncertainty or back to pain and regret. I feel that. That's what's that? Anxiety versus depression, right? Life opens up opportunities to you, and you either take them or you stay afraid of taking them. That's real. If you've got talent, protect it. That's huge. That's huge, actually. My focus is to forget the pain in life. Forget the pain, mock the pain, reduce it, and laugh. I ain't mad at that. It is better to risk starving to death than surrender. If you give up on your dreams, what's left? People tried everything. Nah, I ain't going with that one. I wake up some mornings and sit and have my coffee and look out at my beautiful garden and I go, remember how good this is because you can lose it. I like that. That's real. That's real. It's small, but it's real. People need motivation to do anything. I don't think human beings learn anything without desperation. Damn. Okay, I like that. I'm going with that one. Now, I'm not saying I 100% agree with that, but I will say desperation. Sheesh. Desperation is crazy. The story really highlights the stages of why AM eventually conquers humanity. Yeah. What's funny is that's that's the trend, right? People make stories about computers who are self-actualizing, and then eventually the inevitable happens and we get attacked. Like look at the Matrix, man. They was farming us for our essence, like our organic juices. Like that's basically what happens. It's like everybody always comes to the conclusion that man is a detriment to the earth and himself and needs to be controlled. Missed a bit. It's all good. It's all good. You ain't miss much. You ain't miss much. Um, People need motivation to do anything. I don't think human beings learn anything without desperation. That's what man said. I think that's huge to me. I don't know if I agree with it 100%. How about y'all? Y'all feel that way? I don't know if I agree with it 100%, but I think it's a heavy statement, and I think there's truth in it. You know what I mean? I think whoever created AI heard of AM, and was like, not naming it that. I'm going a slightly different direction. Yeah, how y'all feel about that though? Learning through desperation, or desperation being a catalyst for learning. And that'd be my last open-ended question before I leave y'all with a song. Because ironically, this is one of those quotes where I don't know how true it is. I really don't. Like, people need motivation to do anything. I mean, I don't know. Some people just woke up talented. Some people just woke up gifted, you know? I mean, doing something. Who knows? Who knows where that fits in with your talent? Motivation. It unlocks potential. Desperation does unlock potential. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you never know what you know until you need to know it. Innovation is the mother of necessity. It unlocks potential normally used. Innovation is the mother of necessity. Or is it necessity is the mother of innovation? Just look at the inventors and business owners that blossomed during COVID. Yeah, right. That's true. That's true. Um, I heard a theory recently where somebody was saying that a good thing to do is see, I'm not gonna get the wording right or the terminology, but I'm gonna paraphrase it real quick. Something that's good to do is like um kind of limiting your kind of denying yourself small pleasures, right? Like making it a habit of denying yourself small pleasures in the hopes that it will allow you to temper yourself for being able to do without. Like small examples of this is like eating something that is healthy that you know it doesn't really taste great, or taking a cold shower every once in a while, or walking instead of what the alternative is to wherever you're going or whatever, or you know, like just kind of denying yourself certain luxuries or things like that, like Play-Doh. Yeah, it might have been Play-Doh. It might have been Play-Doh. But yeah, I noticed like it does like line up with the Stoic uh line of thought, but I don't remember who said it. But it was like it was or making your bed immediately in the morning, that kind of thing. Like I think that somebody said making your bed immediately in the morning, it immediately sets your mind going. You get one thing done and then it becomes addictive. You want to get another thing done. You want to get another thing done. Um, so yeah, I've been practicing that like, here and there in small ways for a while now, and I'm noticing that like certain things have become a little less difficult for me to deal with. Like with my diet mostly. That's I could say it's most pronounced in my diet. And now I'm getting to the point like for instance, I was like, I don't want to spend more than $10 on what I'm about to get. And I had a choice of either getting two breakfast sandwiches and a muffin, which that would have rocked. That would have rocked. Or a bag of nuts. I got the bag of nuts. Because the thing is, if I get the two sandwiches and a muffin, I'm going to house that. And then I'm going to take a nap. And then I'm going to wake up later and I'm going to need something. And I'm going to be like, the nuts, I could have breakfast. I could snack throughout the day. And then later on, when I'm hungry, I'm going to look at the nuts and there's still going to be half of them Jones left. And I'm going to be like, yeah. So, I don't know. That's just my small example. I don't know. But anyway, with all of that said, thank y'all for hanging out, man. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all chilling with the brother. This would have been a hard episode to do without nobody saying nothing. I'm gonna go ahead and play a song while I say the things that I be saying. I think I want an 81. Yeah, I did 181. If you're not already following, follow Fancy Clown on Twitch. These videos get re-uploaded to YouTube. You can go over to YouTube, watch them if you dare, if you please. Also, a Fancy Clown on YouTube. TRM Podcast, the best podcast in these streets. You can listen to it on Spotify, Apple, anywhere else in the world. And the TRM Podcast on Twitter. Be dropping truth and Philly sports takes. For some reason, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Shout out to Lindsay Pop. Shout out to Ish. Shout out to Daily Planet. Shout out to Azor who showed up. Shout out to Cyrene, my guy who showed up. Appreciate all of y'all. And I'll be back tomorrow, Lord willing, 10 o'clock. Y'all know how
The
it go.
entire first half, we got hit in the mouth and acted like somebody took our lunch money, and all we wanted to do was have pouty expressions on our face until somebody daubed our little tears off and made us feel better. And then, then we'd go out there and try harder once our mommies told us we were okay.
We made them promises. We were supposed to grow up fast and change the universe. Take care of our mamas, yeah. But now we hurt them girls the same way that our mamas hurt. We told ourselves, yeah, we would never grow up being like Uncle Charles was. You ain't McBell, yeah. And now we got the same struggles doing the drugs that Charles was. We told ourselves, yeah, we would never grow up being like Uncle Charles was. You ain't McBell, yeah. And we got the same struggles doing them same drugs that Charles does. Doing them same drugs that Charles does. Doing the same drugs that Charles does. Doing them same drugs that Charles does. We made them promises. We were supposed to grow up fast and change the universe. Take care of our mamas, yeah. But now we hurt them girls the same way that our mamas hurt. We told ourselves, yeah, we would never grow up being like Uncle Charles was. You ain't McBell, yeah. And now we got the same struggles doing the drugs that Charles was. We told ourselves, yeah, we would never grow up being like Uncle Charles was. You ain't McBell, yeah. And we got the same struggles doing them same drugs that Charles does. Doing them same drugs that Charles does. Doing the same drugs that Charles does. Doing them same drugs that Charles does.